spectator should wear a face mask when seated next to others and anywhere social distancing is not possible. We appreciate you following these guidelines to help protect yourself, others, and our community.
It's game time.
It's been 55 days since the Lady Eagles last took the court at home here in the Nest. Looking forward to a great Saturday afternoon game, an NCCA matchup between your Lady Eagles and the visiting Welch College Flames. Travis, this Lady Eagles team has been strong early on in the season. They sit at 5-1 coming into this game. It's been the play of Sandy McElhaney and Lauren Alvarez that have really led this team to a strong start of the season.
Yeah, even though throughout the past little bit we've lost a lot of valuable seniors, other players have stepped up and really taken advantage of their opportunities and have shown that they can lead this team to do just as good as teams in the past.
One of the biggest talking points, and you alluded it to there a minute ago, is the depth of this team. Lady Eagles have kind of had an embarrassment of riches over the last couple of seasons with depth, but this year not so much. Travis, who's that player on this team that you're looking to continue to see step up?
I really like how Sandy's been playing. I think she leads well from the front. She's not the most vocal, but her performance encourages the other players to really come behind her and play hard.
We're looking forward to a great Saturday afternoon contest here in the Arlen R. Horton Sports Center Arena. Let's take a minute now to meet the Lady Eagles, and we'll be back to talk a little bit more about what to expect in this contest.
Eagle fans, help me welcome your Lady Eagles basketball team.
back here inside the nest as we get ready for tip-off in just a few moments between your Lady Eagles, who come into this one at 6-1 on the season. They'll be taking on Welch College, who sits at 0-3, coming off a loss a little bit earlier this week. Travis, this Lady Eagles team has been very good early on in the season, but there's still yet another level. Kind of a roadblock in the way, though, right now. Leah Phelps, their star point guard, missing today's game.
Yeah, I was hearing Coach talk about that earlier, and he said that she will be missed, obviously, with her athleticism and ability, but he's confident with the depth of the team that they'll be able to make up for the loss right there.
One of the players inserted into the starting lineup, we thought it could have been Jenna Wolford, as head coach Jared Sellers has gone with 5 guards for most of the year, but he's going to go a bit larger, putting Carissa Aiken into the starting lineup, and that could be something that really jump-starts her. She had a great freshman year, but hasn't really got it going here in her sophomore year, getting just her first start of the season.
Yeah, that could be his reason, is to get her maybe going and have her be more of an asset for the team. Also, could be trying it out to use it when she gets back to full strength with all players back, and maybe have that be part of his strategy in games to come.
I got a chance to swing by practice this week, and he was already starting to game plan for the loss of Leah Phelps, not expecting her to play today. And one of the things you saw in practice, they were trying to do a good job at using the big as maybe a decoy inside as they tried to get opening from behind the perimeter. We saw Sandy McElhaney there a moment ago hit a 3 in warm-ups. She's been the go-to from behind the arc, leads this team in both makes and percentage. She's been great this year, Travis.
Yeah, using that big person down low to distract should be great, because we have so many shooters. If they get hot, I mean, they're not really going to get stopped. So using that to give them a couple extra seconds to maybe get more shots and get warmed up in game could be a part of the strategy as well.
You can't talk about one talented junior without talking about the other. The other, Lauren Alvarez, the first-team All-American last season, and she's following it up this year with a dandy of a season. The other night, 20 points, 20 rebounds in a contest, her first ever career 2020 game. And I'd have to go back and look, but I believe that's probably the first in Lady Eagles history. She's been incredible this year.
That's an impressive feat no matter what level you're playing at. I mean, 2020 is very impressive, and just having someone on your team that you even know you're going to have for another year that can do something like that, it's very encouraging, and it's very great to see probably for Coach Sellers.
That's the only time I ever want to hear 2020 again, though. Let's be honest, after what has been a crazy year this year, we're in 2021. The Lady Eagles set to take the court for the first time here at home in the new year. They'll be taking on Welch College. Travis, this Welch College team, they're a bigger team. They're a very physical team, and that could prove to be a bit difficult for this Lady Eagles team tonight.
Yeah, with the way that we like to play, like you mentioned, playing small, coming up against a big team, they'll have to use their strengths such as the speed and the shooting to kind of spread them out and get around them if they're going to be able to really take control of this game.
We're going to throw it down to the court as we get ready for starting lineups and tip-off in just a few moments. I want to thank you for joining us this afternoon. Looking forward to a great contest here inside the nest.
Welcome to the Nest, the home of the Pensacola Christian College Eagles. Today's game is between the PCC Lady Eagles and Welch College. The National Christian College Athletic Association is committed to the true spirit of competition and upholding the 4 core values of the game plan for life: love, integrity, faith, and excellence. We ask that each participant, official, and spectator join us in exhibiting these Christ-like characteristics and help create a positive environment in which to enjoy today's competition. At this time, please stand for prayer. Dear Lord, we thank you for this day, and we thank you for the gift of health. We pray for the safety of the players, and may everything be done bring you glory. In Christ Jesus' name, amen. Please remain standing for the national anthem. Today's sports medicine coverage is provided by the Andrews Institute in Baptist Healthcare, the official sports medicine provider for Pensacola Christian College. Starting today for Welch College, number 1, Abby Bragg. Number 3, Kendall Ryan. Number 10, Kyra Anderson. Number 12, Macy Bowman. Number 24, Emma Wall. Welch College is led by Coach Katie Bryan. And now your Pensacola Christian College Lady Eagles. Starting today for the Lady Eagles, a junior from Athens, Tennessee, number 2, Sandy McElhaney. A junior from Jacksonville, Florida, number 5, Lauren Alvarez. A senior from Chattanooga, Tennessee, number 12, Hope Baker. A freshman from Mendenhall, Mississippi, number 13, Alyssa Brewer. And the sophomore from Rockford, Illinois, number 33, Carissa Aiken. The Lady Eagles are led by Coach Jared Sellers, with assistant coach Heather Sellers and Adrian Wilson. Officiating for today's game are Rod Taylor, Sherry Taylor, and Chip Bose.
We're live back here inside the nest as we get ready and we count down towards tip-off in just a few moments. Let's take a moment now to look at the starting lineup for the visitors. Number 1, Abby Bragg. She's a guard from Sonoya, Georgia. Number 3, Kendall Ryan from Illinois. Number 10, Kyra Anderson. Number 12, Macy Bowman. And number 24, Emma Wall. She had a big game the other night. We'll see if she can follow it up. We'll get to the Lady Eagles starters after the tip. It's McElhaney and Wall to do the honors at the center of the court as we tip off the 2021 second half for the Lady Eagles. McElhaney wins the tip, and the Lady Eagles with the basketball to get started. Baker working the basketball. Alvarez gonna drive and kick. Baker in the corner, her three-pointer on the way, just off the mark. But the 5'10" Aiken came down with it. A stoppage now. As the shot clock malfunctioned, Lady Eagles basketball now on the baseline. McElhaney to inbound. Get it to McElhaney. They're looking inside. Dump off to Alvarez. She couldn't handle it. Stolen by Wall, but we're going to have a tie-up, and that'll be Welch College basketball after the Lady Eagles won the tip in this one.
You can already see kind of what we were talking about, where they were setting the pace in that first possession with speed, penetration, and trying to get those shots available for their Eagles to get heated up.
Lady Eagles quickly into the full court press, applying pressure. Alvarez nearly came up with a steal. They go for another one, and McElhaney gets it. Although she dribbles it off the end line. Lady Eagles dialing up the pressure here early on, Travis.
I think that's going to be their plays to try to go faster than Welch can really handle on offense and on defense as well.
Abby Bragg playing point guard for this Welch Flames team today. Wall driving, throws it off the backboard, and Aiken comes down with the rebound. Didn't see Wall coming from behind, but the Lady Eagles fortunate to keep the basketball. Brewer, Baker, McElhaney, Aiken, and Alvarez on the court for the Lady Eagles. Sloppy game from both teams to start this one. Bowman, she'll pull from distance. And that one got nothing but air.
Yeah, I feel like both teams kind of came in today and from the get-go here, just not really ready for the game to have gotten started. But as the game will progress, we'll probably see a little bit more cleaner development in play. But right now, it's just a little sloppy on both ends.
Alvarez with it. She drives hard to the cup, lays it off the glass. Lauren Alvarez picking up her first 2 of the game, and the Lady Eagles take their first lead. Alvarez on the other end now on defense, hard-nosed defense out of the junior.
Yeah, getting her that easy play right there after seeing a little bit of the struggle off the bat. Easy double screen to that backdoor layup. Helps the Eagles get the first points of the game.
This Lady Eagles team, we mentioned that guard-heavy lineup. They like to swing the basketball. They like to create movement. There's a foul right there, and it's going to be on Bowman. It'll be her first, team first, on Welch. Sideline out-of-bounds play for the Lady Eagles. They'll look to get it to Baker. They guard the inbounder. They just get it in. Here's Brewer now driving. Has it stripped from behind. McElhaney had to play some defense in transition. She knocked it away. Welch will keep the basketball here. We're under 8 to go in the first quarter here in the Nest. .755 on the scoreboard, 26 seconds on the shot clock. Welch College with a sideline out of bounds play. They spin it, and Alvarez steps in and steals it. Travis, this team looks like they haven't played together in a while, and it has been a while for this Lady Eagles team, all the way back towards the beginning of December. There's been a lot of practice, but clearly some nerves out here right now. McElhaney drives to the cup, misses the lefty.
Yeah, I think Alvarez has recognized that, and she's stepped up really big so far in these first 3 minutes to kind of help her team get settled in and get going, especially with 2 freshmen on the court right now trying to figure out what's going on.
Wall gives it to Anderson. Her three-pointer hits it. Welch College taking a lead. Kyra Anderson picking up her first 3 of the contest. She averages 3 on the season. Back outside, McElhaney looking to answer. That one off the mark, and here comes Bowman quickly the other way. Another three-pointer rains out. That one gets the friendly roll. Abby Bragg's got a 3, and Welch College hitting from distance early on. This Welch College team on the season, a 25% three-point shooting team. Now here's Alvarez looking to answer, and she does. Lauren Alvarez up to 5 after the made three-pointer.
She's doing all she can on both ends to try to keep the team in the game, and when everyone picks up, I think it'll be a real big swing for the PCC Eagles.
Wall to the cup as the pace is picking up. She gets the layup. She's got 2.
Looks like both teams turned it on the past couple minutes here.
All you got to do is get the juices rolling a little bit, Travis. Now here's McElhaney. Thought 3, drives baseline, and she picks up the foul. She'll head to the free throw line.
After taking the last couple threes, that was a good drive with the pump fake, making them think that shot's going up and getting around her defender to force someone to help draw on the foul.
McElhaney averaging just under 16 points a game this season, and a big portion of that, Travis, she's been increasingly aggressive this year, and she's gotten to the free throw line a lot. She shoots just 33% on the season. Small sample size early on as she hits the first.
Coming in for your Eagles, number 14, Jenna Wolford.
8'6" as freshman Jenna Wolford, another one of those talented freshmen. Travis, she's the 6th player really on this team. She checks in now as Aiken exits. McElhaney misses the second, and Alvarez grabs a grown woman rebound right there. Anderson gonna pick up her 2nd foul now. It'll be the 3rd on Welch College. Alvarez, we mentioned in the pregame, had a game against Crowley's Ridge right before the break, 20 points, 20 rebounds, and she's already got off to a good start this afternoon. Brewer got open, the dish to Wolford, and she knocks it down. It's raining threes here.
First touch of the game, and she just makes the most of it right there. Like you said, 6th man coming in.
You got to be ready as that 6th man to come right in, Travis, and Wolford was ready right there.
That's what makes a good 6th man.
The dish, and McElhaney says, get that out of here. 9-8. You saw McElhaney come from behind. They didn't see her coming, and she swats that one away with authority.
And in for your Eagles, number 22,
That'll bring
Amber
Porter in. The Lady Eagles regaining the lead. A couple of three-pointers. The one by Wolford, the difference maker early on. Bowman with the head fake. McElhaney sniffing the passing lanes. She's 5'10", Travis, but she has some of the longest arms in the girls' game. She can just get right into those lanes and create havoc. 9-8. There's 5:37 to go here in the first quarter. Welch College working it around. That one tipped at the perimeter. It was Porter. The Lady Eagles dialing up the defense in the last couple of possessions. Here's Baker driving left, and she's going to head to the free throw line. We'll see who that foul's on. It's on number 3, Kendall Ryan. Her first and the 4th team foul early on from Welch College. That'll put Hope Baker at the free throw line on the season. She shoots 56% from the line. She misses the first right there. Baker settles down and knocks down the second. Lady Eagles up by 2, their largest lead so far. They strip it at center court. Here's Alvarez going the other way. Spinning, throws it up, and she draws the contact. It'll be the second foul on Ryan, the 5th on Welch College. Travis, they've really dialed up the defense in the last couple of possessions. A lot of pressure.
The intensity on both ends has really stepped up, and getting into that full court press right off the bat from these free throws is a huge advantage. Having these free throws allows you the time to slow down and remember once this ball's done, you're getting more free throws, and then you're getting right into that full court press.
The 5th foul on Welch College. That puts Alvarez at the free throw line. She misses the first. This Lady Eagles team been uncharacteristically sluggish from the free throw line this year. They're just shooting 66%. We're used to seeing them higher. Alvarez, though, knocking down the second, and she's got 6 here in the early going. She's had 6 games this season of 15 points or more. She's looking for another one in this contest. Bragg working on McElhaney. They pass it around back to Wall. Wall tried to thread it inside, nearly had it taken away. Now here's Bowman. The long jumper misses, and Wolford comes down with the rebound. Great ball movement for the Lady Eagles. They give it to McElhaney. She pulls it, misses it. Porter gets it back, lays it in. Amber Porter with 2, and the Lady Eagles find themselves up by 5. Ten seconds as the Lady Eagles continue to dial it up.
Coming in for your Eagles, number 13, Alyssa Brewer.
Welch does not seem to be able to settle into this full court press very well. Once the pressure has started, they just seem to be going at a pace that they can't handle.
McElhaney to inbound as head coach Katie Bryan continues to discuss. It did seem like a quick 10-second call right there, Travis.
And they just based it off the shot clock, so shot clock showed 19.
They discuss it and choose to stick with the original call on the floor. The Lady Eagles to have a baseline inbounds play from right under their own basket. They find Brewer. Wolford driving. They give to Porter. Wolford, the little wraparound, now gets her own rebound. Gets another offensive rebound for this Lady Eagles team. Porter now called for the walk. 13-8 in favor of the Lady Eagles. We're under 4 to go here in the first quarter. on this beautiful Saturday afternoon in Pensacola, Florida. Welch able to break the pressure. They get it ahead of the pack. Wall puts a move on and scores it. Emma Wall up to 4 after that made layup. Now Wall strips it. She's going the other way. McElhaney goes for the aggressive swat, but Wall able to finish it. She's got 6, and Welch College back within 1. Risky pass there, but it pays off as Alvarez gets to the cup. Lauren Alvarez with 7, and that'll give us a timeout. Make that 8 for Alvarez. Lady Eagles up by 3. Timeout on the court. 30-second timeout by Welch College. We'll take a break. It's 15-12 as we come back out of the timeout.
No pressure right there out of the timeout. I think Coach Sellers might just be settling into their defense and just having his team pull back after some made buckets.
Scott, who just checked in, drives, and she draws the contact. The foul on Alvarez. That'll be her first. Last season, you oftentimes saw Lauren Alvarez get into some foul trouble early in the game. That led to her having to exit. This year with the decreased depth, though, you've really seen her play smarter as a basketball player.
20 seconds on the shot clock. On a foul, the ball stays in the front court, and you've got to reset. We keep, if it's above 20, it stays up. If it's below 20, it goes to
20. 15-12 as we get the shot clock correct. 3:02 on the scoreboard. Welch College trailing. They held an early lead behind a couple of three-pointers won by Wall. Actually, it was Anderson. Bragg is the shot clock winding down. The running layup misses. Battle for the rebound. Lady Eagles basketball.
Kind of seeing the Eagles settle into how they've been playing with a 5 out at this point.
McElhaney called for the walk. A quick shuffle of the feet is all it took. Welch College basketball as we tick under 2:30 to go here in the first quarter. Travis, been a good first quarter to kick off the second half for the Lady Eagles.
Yeah, both teams started off a little slow, and now both teams just kind of picked it up, and the Eagles have just found the advantage of the game so far.
That'll be a backcourt violation on. Will it actually look like tipped by the Lady Eagles?
12, Hope Baker, and also number 33.
That would only
Marissa
make sense.
Baker.
I didn't think she threw it that far back.
But that just shows that we've had very active hands so far. We've seen a lot of tips from Sandy and Lauren as well.
Bowman, Bragg, Scott, Wall, and Carnes on the floor for the Flames. They get it ahead of the pack. Brewer driving, almost got called for the push-off. Wolford left open from distance. This time she misses. And Carnes able to come down with the rebound.
A very young lineup in for the Eagles right now, maybe getting some more experience under some people's belts here.
Another travel call. Travis, we've seen a couple of those in the last couple of possessions from both teams a little sloppy here in the first quarter.
I think it still might be just the beginning excitement. And again, this is the first time that I know that the Lady Eagles have played in a little while. They've had practice and different things, but it doesn't compare to how a game would go.
Menser in. She'll get her first action of the contest. She's one of those players that head coach Jared Sellers has been looking at to play an increased role, especially with Phelps out. They continue to swing it around. Baker, that three-pointer, misses the mark. Aiken up into Bragg at the top. They give to Wall, and Brewer going to get tagged with the personal. Just the second foul on the Lady Eagles in the first quarter. Alvarez has one, Brewer has one. Bragg gets it in bounds, just barely. Here's Bowman, splits a couple defenders, throws it up.
Little awkward situation there. I think we might see the game clean up a little bit more on both ends, because I think the officials are going to call a little bit more of those driving hand checks and different things. It's been a little more lenient. Makes it a little harder for the girls to get kind of settled in and into their offense. You also see Welch's defense right here looks like it's stepping up as well. The drives that we were getting the last couple of minutes are not as available as they used to be.
Menser stepped in, tried to get that shot. Wolford tried to get the offensive rebound, but she steps on the baseline. 15-12 here as we wind down the first quarter. There's 34.6 seconds left on the clock. Welch College held an early lead. The Lady Eagles, behind a couple of made three-pointers, got back into it. They lead by 3. Bragg inside, the teardrop misses, got her own. Kick back outside, Wall, thought 3, held on to it too long and gets called for the travel. Travis, if I had a nickel for every time there's been a travel call in this first quarter, I'd be a rich man already.
Yeah, it just seems like with the long break that we've had and everything, it's just taking both teams a little bit to settle in here. But we'll see what the Lady Eagles do with the last possession of the first quarter here.
Rich being a little bit relative right there. I might be able to afford a can of Coke. Ball out of bounds now. Shot clock going to turn off. 9.5 seconds. Lady Eagles going to try to hold for the last shot right here. They lead by 3, and they'd like to stretch it as we get ready to go to the second quarter. Wolford gets open in the corner. Her three-pointer. Off the mark, battle for it underneath, and it'll be Welch College basketball. Travis, it's been 15-12 for a little while here.
It has. It feels like that's kind of what we started out as. But both teams playing well right there, and a good first quarter all around, hopefully for both teams to settle in.
15-12 at the end of the first quarter here in Pensacola, Florida. We'll take a break, and we'll be back with second quarter action in just a few moments. Menser inside, that layup misses. As we get the second quarter underway, it's 15-12 at the end of one. A spirited first quarter, excuse me. I'm used to the men's game. We've been doing them a lot recently. Here's Bowman, takes a step, got the shot off, but missed it. Baker pushing the pace for the Lady Eagles. She gets inside, threw it up. Was looking for the contact, but it didn't come. Blocking foul now on Jenna Wolford. That'll be the first foul on Wolford, just the third on the Lady Eagles in the contest.
Coming in for your Eagles, number 2, Sandy McElhaney, and number 5, Lauren Alvarez.
McElhaney and Alvarez checking back into the contest. Menser out. Bragg at the free throw line on the season, a cool 78% from the line, and she gets the first to go. She's got 4 in the contest. Gets them both to go. Abby Bragg up to 5 now. The Eagles have not been really able to get open from distance in this game. Welch doing a good job at keeping them open. Now Wolford, though, like I just said something, gets open right there, but that one just off the mark.
Yeah, we've had really good ball movement, but it hasn't seemed to produce anything so far in the terms of being open and being available.
Bragg's 3 misses. They got the rebound. And Bowman got the points. Welch College regaining the lead here. Here's Brewer driving, has that layup missed, and a frustration foul there by Alyssa Brewer. It'll be the second foul on Brewer, and the second on the Lady Eagles here in quarter number 2.
I heard you say this before, but how long has it been since we've played a game here?
55 days.
That's just a lot. It almost makes it into an away court, almost.
There's been a couple of games canceled during that stretch. Going to be a foul call here. Lady Eagles have had 2 or 3 games canceled during that stretch. Foul goes on Carnes, her first on Welch here in the quarter.
22, Amber Porter.
This Lady Eagles team been a bit antsy in practice recently, just really wanting to get out on the court. You can practice all you want, but when you're an athlete, you just want to get out there and play, Travis.
I guess it's not such a big deal that they haven't played on this court in such a long time. I guess it's that they haven't played in such a long time.
It's been over a month at this point.
They just, it shows the big difference between playing regularly. Sandy making a big 3 right there.
McElhaney finally finds a 3. She's up to 4 after she hits the corner jumper.
Gives us back the lead, and I think Coach Sellers had him go into a press after a made basket there, and really close to getting a turnover there from Welch.
Welch fortunate to break it right there. Wolford was getting set up for the charge right there, but fortunate she didn't have to draw it. Lady Eagles again press the pace. They call this the flow right here. They get it to Baker. Somehow hangs on to it. McElhaney driving in an easy call for the down official. Foul on number 22, Madison Carnes, her second of the quarter.
That was good flow and good movement and really got Welch out of position, which caused when Sandy drove to really draw an easy foul right there.
That play right there, what you expect to see, Travis, is that whoever you pass it to, you cut through right after that, and that just creates so much movement, and that's what the Lady Eagles are trying to do. Yeah,
when there's so many moving parts on defense, it's really hard to be able to stay solid and keep the other team away from the basket.
Baker drove and threw it up hard off the glass. It seems like there's been a bit of a cover on the rim for the Lady Eagles here in about the last 5 to 8 minutes.
Almost for both teams. Like I said, it was 12-15 for a long time, and now it's been 18-16 for a little bit.
Give credit to Welch College, though. They've done a good job at kind of getting the Lady Eagles out of their normal rhythm. Wolford, that looked like a good swat, but she's going to get tagged for the personal. That'll be her second of the contest. 18-16 in favor of the Lady Eagles.
I think it was a good swat. I think they're calling a little body before the play there since we're not seeing any free throws being shot here.
Oh,
maybe we're switching it up again on us now.
I was about to say
Yeah.
great point right there, and then we switch it up. That foul on Wolford will put Abby Bragg at the free throw line.
I feel like both teams thought there's no way there was a foul on that block. That was so clean. And
Bragg hits the free throw. She's 3 for 3 from the charity stripe today. We mentioned 78% free throw shooter on the year in her 3 games of the season. Misses that one.
she's also the oldest player on their team. Only junior. They have no seniors this year. Well, they have one senior, Kendall Ryan for Welch. But other than that, one senior, one junior, and everyone else is just coming in.
Good drive there by Baker in transition as she got the hard layup. Porter just tipped it out. Scramble for it. McElhaney was sniffing her rebound. But the Lady Eagles get the basketball.
That could also be a attributing factor for both of these teams right now. Relatively young, both teams here. And after taking a break for so long in the middle of a season, could play a mental and physical factor.
The Lady Eagles just with 2 seniors, Elise Coffin and Hope Baker. Baker, the one who plays the most minutes. Alvarez inside, and she's going to draw the foul. I believe that foul will be on number 12, Macy Bowman. I was wrong. It'll be on number 3, Kendall Ryan, and it's her 3rd. That could be big right here. I count down through this Welch roster, only 9 players, and one of the better players on this team, Kendall Ryan, having to exit now in some foul trouble. That'll put Alvarez at the free throw line. Her first off the front rim. Alvarez has already missed 2 free throws in this contest. She continues her trend of miss the first, hit the second. Alvarez up to 9 now with the make.
Eagles stepping into a full court press right there out of nowhere, kind of sending Welch off guard. Barely even got the inbounds pass in, fortunate to keep it off of the Eagles out of bounds. I kind of like how Coach Sellers went away from just constantly full court press at the beginning, and now it's kind of, you don't know when it's going to come or when that pressure is going to be available.
We're going to get a 30-second timeout on the court here with the Lady Eagles leading this one by 4. Head coach Jared Sellers wants to draw something up. We'll take a break. We're back as the Lady Eagles came out again in the press, out of the timeout. Bragg gets around one defender, got inside, threw it up, but missed it. Porter left open, she gives it to McElhaney. The 3 rains out, but McElhaney got her own, threw it up again. Nearly got another, but this time she's gonna get called for the over-the-back call. 4th foul on the Lady Eagles, but the first on McElhaney. Alvarez leading all scorers at this moment with 9 points, McElhaney with 4. Abby Bragg leading Welch College with 6. Emma Wall also with 6.
Great block right there from the sophomore Amber Porter right there. Very clean, way to get back on transition. Welch did a good job breaking that press, but we were able to defend the rim.
to be a jump ball. Head coach Katie Bryan wanted a foul call on that collision there between Porter and I believe it was Emma Wall as they both went up for that one.
Awkward inbounds pass there, and with the ball in air, no one has the technical possession, so it's really hard to call foul either way. But it was just good defense and good hustle right there from both sides to keep it bouncing around.
I will tend to agree with her, though. It looked like more like a play that we're going to expect to see on Monday night in the national championship game. But yes, and when those balls are in the air, it does make it difficult to determine who's at fault.
It's more of a hospital ball where either team can go for it, and it's just kind of dangerous when both people commit hard.
Deep in the shot clock now.
Good defense there from Lady Eagles. A lot of help and a lot of switch, and there was just constant pressure wherever the ball was.
21-17, 5 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Lady Eagles basketball. Neither team has really been able to get it going on offense. These two defenses have proven to be strong.
I think that's what you can contribute it to. Both teams' defenses have been good. Our full court press has been working well, and Welch's half-court defense has just held strong for them the whole time.
McElhaney, we're used to seeing her finish those left-handed layups. That one misses. Out of bounds off the hands of Porter, and it'll be Welch College basketball. Head coach Jared Sellers again dialing up the pressure, and he gets a travel call right there on Bragg.
Even when the full court press doesn't contribute to a steal, it can mess with the other team enough to where you get simple plays like that with just travels or throwing the ball out of bounds.
Wolford got around her man, lays it up off the glass. Jenna Wolford with the basket right there. She's got 5.
Strong drive, and now right into the full court press here.
Alvarez in that full court right there. She kind of plays free safety a little bit, to use a football reference. Welch able to break it. Here's Bragg now from way downtown, and she probably could have used a couple steps in.
That's the other thing we've seen a lot of as well from both sides. A decent amount of balls that go up in the air and then don't find anything. And I think it might just be both teams kind of coming in a little dry to actual game time shots and game time experience.
I will tell you, Travis, I've heard this from, being around the program over years. It's very difficult to shoot in this gym, and especially coming off a break. That could be part of the reason that maybe you see some of those difficult shots, especially for a visiting team who comes in. You just get about a 30, 40-minute warm-up to come out here and make shots. They say that just the background over here makes it difficult to kind of judge that distance, which is important.
It's difficult with a clear backboard and with so much space behind it. It confuses your brain, makes you think that it's farther away than it is, or in some cases closer.
I remember the men's team used to complain about that a lot. Here's the three-pointer there by Anderson, because head coach Mark Getchie likes to practice in the field house, and so they didn't get a lot of reps in this gym. Here's Wolford from the corner. That one misses. A lot of pressure by the Lady Eagles. Welch fortunate to keep that one.
I have liked seeing Wolford with having a nice trigger finger where she's not afraid to take shots, even with being that sixth man coming in. She's willing to take her opportunities, and she's gotten rewarded a couple times for it.
Jenna Wolford, the cousin of Travis, a teammate of yours on the Eagles soccer team, Jake McClellan. That Temple Christian School up in Ohio has sent us some really talented players.
They've done a good job.
Wall driving. They call a continuation. Wall with 8. They said that foul came in the act of shooting, that motion of shooting.
Number 12, Hope
And Emma Wall
Baker
will head to the free throw line. She's got 8 in the contest. 3 fouls now on Jenna Wolford, and she will have to sit.
Emma Wall has done well, keeping her team in the game on both ends. There was a sequence where she had 4 points in about 20 seconds with an offensive glass and then a steal. And she's been making free throws. She's been helping her team out on both ends, and she's a really good pickup for Welch here, as this is her first season.
She had 24 points the other day against Crowley's Ridge, looking to follow it up with another strong performance. Porter to the cup, and she gets it to go.
It's that ball movement. You saw such confusion for Welch right there. There was no one in front of her, just took it straight to the rim.
Porter with that layup, tying a career high with 4 points. A long time to go in this one.
Yeah. Let's see if we can get her career high a little higher than that as well.
Sometimes I feel bad mentioning those lower career highs, but for them it is exciting, and for Amber Porter, the sophomore, who hasn't gotten a ton of playing time after coming over from Pensacola Christian Academy, starting to get some extra looks, and with a player like Leah Phelps out today and potentially for a couple of other games, Porter will see some increased minutes, and so far taking advantage of it. Porter also drawing the foul on that play. That put Bowman at the free throw line. Bowman making the second one. She's got 3. Porter could have gotten called for the shove off there. They get it to Alvarez in the corner. Her 3 on the way, and she knocks it down. Lauren Alvarez with 12, and the Lady Eagles with their largest lead of the game with 7. Alvarez, that free safety role playing off. I don't know how that pass got to McElhaney. She got it, and Sandra McElhaney up to 6 now on the assist by Alvarez. Lady Eagles, the pressure dialed up, and they've gotten a couple turnovers. Baker, the distance, off the glass. Hope Baker now with 5. Some increased aggressiveness out of Hope Baker in this game. You've seen her go coast to coast a couple of times.
Yeah, especially right after that steal. That was our second steal in a row from the press. This is almost a third right here.
And it
third
will
steal
be the
right
third.
there. Playing fast on both ends here, trying to just not let Welch catch their breath.
Brewer to
Wide
Alvarez,
open Alvarez.
left open, knocks it down. Lauren Alvarez, she's got 15, and with the Lady Eagles up by 14, Katie Bryan with nothing left to do but to call a timeout on the floor. We'll see that three-pointer again. They swung it around, Alvarez knocks it down, and the Lady Eagles lead by 14. .21, 141 to go out of the timeout. Lady Eagles riding a couple of big plays. There was a coast-to-coast layup by Baker. There was a three-pointer there by Alvarez, and they find themselves leading by 14 with under 2 minutes to go. Aiken back in at the timeout.
This is a good opportunity for Welch to see how they respond to some strong adversity. Lots of strong defense. Another foul on a drive right there. If anything, you can maybe see the Lady Eagles struggling to keep their whole body in front of the person, kind of hitting them on the hips a little bit. It has gotten a little more just touchy as the game's gone along, but the defense will have to adapt and work harder to stay in front of their man if that's how the game's going to go.
That second foul on Alvarez. Welch College already in the double bonus. That put Bowman at the free throw line. She got the first. Travis, another one of those small sample sizes. She's only shooting 10% from the free throw line.
It's probably not a fair evaluation of what she can do from the free throw line.
Only 3 games this year for Welch. Here's McElhaney. Wanted another one, and she got it. Somehow that one stays in, and McElhaney up to 9. Someone took the lid off the basket. Wall drives. Baker was trying to draw the charge, but picks up the foul. That'll put Wall at the free throw line. She missed the layup, but she'll get 2 shots for her trouble. She's got 9 in the contest, looking to get into double figures. Emma Wall, we mentioned 24 points the other night against Crowley's Ridge. She's following it up with a good one to start this game. Travis, it's now 38-1 on the scoreboard.
That's what I was just looking at.
38-24 after they get it reset. Baker drives, what a pass! A no-look pass there by Baker, looking for Aiken, and that'll send Carissa Aiken to the free throw line. Baker playing extremely well here in quarter number 2.
Something that the Eagles team has shown to thrive off of, even in past years, is building off of momentum. If they get stuff going, it's really hard to slow them down, and that couple of steals in transition and that press just really gives them the great advantage and really helps their mindset, I think. You can see everyone change to just be more relaxed and more ready to play, and Sandy making that three is a great example of just how well they can play.
Aiken 1 for 2. Give some credit to the players right there, but all of that came out of a timeout by head coach Jared Sellers. You saw that it was kind of random when he calls it. He put his team into the press right there. They got 3 straight steals. They got a couple made, and as I like to say, I call that instant dividends. Head coach Jared Sellers, a good in-game job right there.
Yeah, he kind of noticed his team wasn't really feeling what he was saying, and they weren't really getting going with what his mindset was, and just calls that timeout and gets him there.
Geisler into the game. Here's a shot from the corner. It was Carnes. That one misses. Up ahead, Geisler got the layup. Holland Geisler with 2, and another one of those low career highs. She ties it with a layup.
And again, that's her first touch of the game. Same thing that Wolford did when she came in, and making advantages of what opportunities they're given right away.
A tie-up right there. Lady Eagles basketball. It was Geisler and Carnes who got tied up.
Number 15, Kristen
Menser in, and Brew, as they like to call her, heads to the bench for a breather. Lady Eagles find themselves leading by 17. Travis, it's been a 2-3-point game this entire time, and if you're just tuning in, it's really spread out. What a move by McElhaney. Here's Menser, her pull-up jumper just misses.
Eagles give up the possession right there for a good shot, though, but now we'll see what Welch can do with the last possession of the game, potentially.
Wall driving. And the Lady Eagles will have one last possession here. 3.9 to go, 41-24. McElhaney gets a couple steps. She throws it up at the buzzer. And that one didn't have a chance. 41-24 at the end of the first half, Travis. The Lady Eagles got it going in a hurry a few moments ago and stretched this lead out to 17.
Yeah, they really took advantage of some turnovers and some opportunities and then built off that momentum. Like we said, there was just 3 plays in a row where it was a 3, a layup, and a 3. And then after coming in off that timeout, they had a foul, but Sandy makes another 3 and just really kept building off of the lead that they grew.
Lady Eagles lead this one 41-24 as we head to the break. We'll be back with a few moments to go in halftime to further break down what you just saw.
In order to promote a safety.
I think one of the most rewarding spotlights in my career is working with victims of human trafficking. A lot of your human trafficking victims have no place to go. They feel by themselves. It's your modern day slavery. That's what human trafficking is. It's modern day slavery. And so there's a lot of fear, intimidation. So when victims find out that HSI has the tools available to help them, that's definitely a light at the end of the tunnel for those victims. So those would be very rewarding as far as the stuff that I've done in my career. The other day, we were able to conduct a controlled delivery with a large amount of narcotics. But at the end, we were able to arrest 6 subjects, and we kept a large amount of narcotics off the streets. Those are one of those times that I love my job. You know, it's not a regular job, it's a calling that, you know, that God calls you to do. Being out in the field and being this profession, I believe Pensacola Christian College has given me what was needed to succeed. And I didn't know that until I actually got to the profession itself. I'll give you an example for English grammar and composition, although not my strongest course. It affected me the most because that writing, that report of investigation that you write can make case law. And it can also send somebody to prison for the rest of their life. So your writing skills are paramount. I believe the criminal justice courses were rigorous, were challenging. I believe my instructors challenged me. Not only were they academically qualified, but they were able to give the experience as well. So I believe that the criminal justice program brought a very solid foundation for where I'm at right now.
You only have one life. What are you going to do with it? How are you going to influence your world for Christ? This is a place where you can be empowered to fulfill God's calling and pursue your passion.
Working as a physical therapist, it is a ministry all its own to just build a relationship with the people. I mean, that's my ultimate goal, is I want to help people get better.
I want to go to law school, get into a cybersecurity program. That way I can incorporate both programming and law, protecting companies from cybercrime.
I love being around people, and I love learning about people. I knew that with nursing, it wasn't just about helping people physically, like it was helping them spiritually too. That's what's important in life.
As I began to pray more, God, I have a huge decision to make. Where am I going to go to school? I only have one life. What do you want me to do with it? And he began to show me that what I enjoy doing can be used for his honor and for his glory. God led me to Pensacola Christian College to pursue my passion for finance through a biblical perspective.
I had told my pastor before coming here, I was like, I don't really like school, but I know I need to go for nursing, so I'm gonna go and I'll have to study really hard, and I just didn't really look forward to it. But now, like on my third year, learning is so much fun, and I didn't feel like that freshman year.
I'll look back and I'll be like, man, I remember I used to struggle with that. And then maybe a freshman looks at what I'm doing and they're like, what are you even looking at? I'm like, this is easy stuff.
Incrementally, we're ready to do more, we're ready to face more, and to say, this may not be the easiest thing I've ever done, but it's the most rewarding thing I've ever done.
Last summer, I did an internship in Germany in a genetics lab, and I was able to use the techniques and tools I had learned in the labs here over there, and it made so much more sense because I already knew what I was doing and why I was doing it.
I think teaching is communicating facts, but I think the bottom line for me with teaching is connecting the material so the students not only know it, but appreciate it and also know how to use it.
My teaching isn't about me, it's about where God is taking each individual student down the road.
We have great faculty and they honestly inspire me. Seeing all of these faculty members who have doctorates, you can definitely see what they've learned reflected through what they teach.
They'll constantly tell you, if you need something, come talk to me. I've had teachers other places and they'll say that, but if you go up to them, they don't really want to give you the time or try to respond. And here it's just totally different. You can just have a really good teacher-student relationship.
The faculty are saying it's going to take hard work and dedication to be the best at whatever you're doing for God's glory. That philosophy will always work.
Sometimes they'll ask us, what verse do you think would apply to this? How a verse would relate to a situation.
Biblical worldview is seeing all of my life through what God has shown us in Scripture.
And that's one of the reasons why I chose PCC in the first place, is to have faculty that love God to help me further my spiritual walk with Christ.
If my goal is to be in the will of God, it helps so much to know that my teacher has that same goal.
Everything that I see here is Christ-centered. Their main purpose is, we want you to see more of Jesus Christ. That is what I see in PCC.
Why is PCC here? It's to change lives and make them more like Christ. I hope that I can just have a little part of molding and shaping them like the Lord Jesus Christ.
They want students to come out of PCC and to make an influence and an impact on the world. I think their goal really is to change the world, and they do it one student at a time.
As president of PCC, I want you to know that we're committed to providing an excellent liberal arts education that's built upon the foundation and truths of God's Word. We won't compromise on biblical principles, and our purpose is to equip you for whatever it is God's called you to do. Make the most of this opportunity in life, and choose the college that best prepares you for that calling. PCC has so much to offer. We're located just minutes from the beautiful sugar white sands and emerald waters of Pensacola Beach. We're known for providing the best education value among accredited Christian colleges. And we have great facilities and activities that'll provide memorable experience to your college life. So as you think to the future and think about choosing a college, Don't just choose a college because of its location, near home or by the beach. Don't just choose a Christian college because it's affordable like PCC is. And don't just choose a college because your friends go there and it looks like a fun place to attend. Choose a Christian college because God's called you there. Because that place will empower you to influence the world for Christ in whatever God's called you to do.
If you like to engage in ideas, if you like to know why do we believe this or that, then the Humanities Department is for you. We have a broad range of classes that we offer students to help them feel well-rounded, to help them broaden their communication skills, and most important, to give them that anchor in truth so that they can go out and do whatever God calls them to do. And so that's our desire, to give our students biblical principles in which to interpret literature, in which to look at God's providential hand in history, in which to look at our current political landscape. We have the light of God's Word to give us good principles to do what is right and to make right decisions. And these biblical principles apply whether you're analyzing the history and trends of the English language or discussing the distinctives of America's founding. We have faculty who are very passionate about their fields. Many times students, they'll tell us, "I'm so grateful for the things that I learned in your class." So when we see our students going out and affecting real change, taking the ideas that we have given them to influence others, it is a great joy. If you're interested in the Humanities Department and in one of our majors, come visit us during college days. Come to an advanced grammar and composition class or one of our history classes or a state and local government class. We'd love to have you come.
And we're back here inside the nest as we get ready for the second half in this one. It was a late barrage by the Lady Eagles that led to this 17-point advantage that they find themselves with going into the third quarter of play. We'll take a moment now to look down through the stat sheets. Guard Lauren Alvarez leading the way, all scorers with 15 points, having a uncharacteristically slow game rebounding the basketball, only 3. McElhaney second on the team with 9. She hit a couple three-pointers late. Emma Wall for Welch College, she's got 10 points. Abby Bragg with 6. Those two leading the way for Welch College. Lady Eagles shooting 33% from behind the three-point arc. It was late in the quarter, that second quarter. It was a 2-3-point game, and the Lady Eagles really able to stretch it very quickly. They had a timeout called by head coach Jared Sellers. He dialed up the pressure, Travis, and what a difference the Lady Eagles were able to create there with that pressure late in that second quarter, and that really ended up being the spark plug for them on offense.
Yeah, it was a huge point swing. We were just saying they were up by 4 not too long ago, then 7 for a little while, and now we see they're up by 14, 17, I mean, coming into this half. And Coach Sellers really did a great job right there coaching his team in and getting them dialed in after having such a long break, as we've mentioned a couple times. And then the players as well, just stepping up and taking advantage and just really playing hard.
You could really start to see frustration brewing for that Lady Eagles team in that second quarter. It was that stoppage, those turnovers that they were able to cause, and I'm looking around out here, there's a lot of smiles, and after the run that they went on at the end of that second quarter, rightfully so, they deserve to have a few smiles out on the court.
Yeah, from what I can see, they feel confident, they feel ready to go, and hopefully we see a very strong second half as they come out here.
Lady Eagles looking to improve to 6-1 on the season if they can hang on in this one. Lady Eagles 3-0 in the South region early on this season, this time playing Welch College out of the Midwest region. They play against Grace University. Welch College in the early going this season, 0-3. They're going to look to rally if they hope to get their first victory of the season. For the Lady Eagles, it's clearly been the dynamic duo of McElhaney and Alvarez, though I mentioned them. I did a preview video earlier today, Travis, of today's matchup, and Alvarez and McElhaney. It's almost incredible to think about. They're averaging just under 50% of the total scoring output for this team together.
I mean, that is something that is very impressive that those two players can do, and it also can be something that can be motivation for other players to try to step up and take some of that load off of them, because they are playing very well and they are showing that they've got great ability when they're out on the court, and it really is leading this team to try better.
Alvarez, she's got 15 in the contest. She averages just under 20 this season, her career high 32. We'll see if she has another big half for us here in the second half. Lady Eagles lead this one 41-24 as we get ready for third quarter action to kick off.
Something to look for at the start of this half as well might be fatigue setting in early. A lot of players for Welch have played well over 15 minutes of those first 20. And with the bench not being quite as deep as ours, it might be a bit of an impact here in the second half.
One difference in the starting lineup for the Lady Eagles as we open the third. A block right there, now stolen by Bowman. She gets the layup, and she's got 7. We thought we were going the other way, but Bowman had other ideas. Aiken started this game for the Lady Eagles in that starting 5. Head coach Jared Sellers insulting Wolford. Alvarez missed it, got her own. Lauren Alvarez up to 17. I joked with her that she was a little quiet in the rebound category, and so she decided to miss the layup right there and get a rebound.
Yeah, she did such a good job on that drive. She was so open, she could, and had so much time to get her own rebound and put it back up.
Wall left open, and Baker gets called for the blocking foul. Wall missed the layup. She'll head to the free throw line. That'll be the second foul on Baker. Baker kind of in between on maybe taking that charge call. And she gets tagged with the personal, her second. First here in the third quarter. That puts Emma Wall at the free throw line. She hits the first free throw. She's hit 4 free throws in the contest, and she's got 11 points.
Yeah, she's been working hard to keep her team in the game as well, and she's going to need another performance like she had the game before for her team to be able to come back.
Wall, 5 for her last 5 from the free throw line. She's got 12. Handoff right there to Brewer. Wolford. I think it was in her head to maybe shoot a three-pointer right there, and then she saw how far that defender was backed off of her and chose to drive, and that's how she got the travel call.
Yeah, a little excited there off of the pump fake, and I just moved her feet a little quickly, but I almost like to see her take that shot as she's been shooting really well throughout this this event here.
Welch working it around. It's Wall. Got inside, kicked it back out. Kendall Ryan driving. Missed the layup. And now Alvarez gets called for the walk. 43-28. Ryan with 3 fouls. Head coach Katie Bryan showing a lot of trust in her senior, having her out there here early on in the quarter. It'd be a big loss if she were to pick up another personal. Brewer now on Wall. Pass to Anderson as she drives baseline, kick out, swinging around. Here's the shot by Bragg, and it just misses. Great ball movement right there from Welch College, Travis.
Yeah, we were standing strong, I felt, and then one quick drive, and then we just kind of lost our man and fell apart for that wide open shot for Bragg.
Baker has that one land in her lap. She takes it the distance, the gives to McElhaney, and the three-pointer just off the mark. I was ready to add that one to her stat column. Here's a shot from the corner. It's Bowman, and she gets a 3 to go. She's got 10. Baker drives, goes hard at the basket, has it blocked.
I feel like to start this half, the Lady Eagles have kept up the intensity on the offensive end really well, and the defensive end, they've kind of just lost some of the mental engagement and the intensity for that half of the court. And so I think if they can step that back up, I think this lead will be something that'll be really hard for Welch to take back.
It's that maybe lack of intensity why head coach Jared Sellers dialed up the full court pressure there out on the baseline inbound play.
Yeah, that could have been in as well, giving Welch too much time to get set up in their 5v5 here. But right there, they broke the press, and easy 3 for Welch right there.
Abby Bragg hits it from the corner. She's got 9. And Welch College, they trailed by 17 at the half, slowly working their way back in. They now trail by only 9. Somehow Alvarez still with the basketball, got the layup to go. And head coach Jared Sellers, although they got the layup, he just didn't like what he saw on that offensive possession.
I think the offensive possession is not what he's struggling with. It's just for the first 3 minutes in the half-court defense for the Eagles, 5v5 down there. It's just been very easy for Welch to just get anything that they really want.
45-34, 7:16 to go here in the third quarter. We'll take a quick break. (45-34), 7:16 to go as we come back here inside the nest. It'll be Welch College basketball, and it looks like the pressure going to get dialed up yet again. Head coach Jared Sellers, after that made layup, they fake it, now they back up. Oh, they're going to stay in it. They're fooling me today.
I think the timeout really from Coach Sellers wasn't to get this press established. I think we'll see the main difference in the half court on the 5v5 on the other end.
Coast to coast there, Bowman not able to finish. Alvarez has 19 in the contest, having a great game on this Saturday afternoon. McElhaney gives to Alvarez. She's looking for more. That one off the mark. Alvarez was looking to get over 20 if that one had gone down.
Yeah, you see the Eagles call out their man real quick right there. I think they're ready to play now in this half-court defense. I think it'll be a lot harder for Welch to keep that score going down.
Bragg goes right, trying to get around Baker. Foul called. Offensive foul. Going to be an offensive foul call on Abby Bragg. Looked like maybe calling a hook right there as she tried to go past Baker. It took a while to figure out what had happened there. I thought we were going to get a foul call on Baker, but instead it goes on Bragg, and it's Lady Eagles basketball. A lot of movement here from the Lady Eagles. Trying to get it inside. Wolfer driving off the glass, no good. quickly the other way. Wall off the glass, and she's got a basket.
Wall's doing what she can to keep them in the game. I really like seeing on the other end as well from Jenna on that shot fake, this time not traveling and getting to the basket. Just needs to be able to have that fall for her.
Emma Wall goes the distance, gets the layup. She's got 14, and she's going to head to the free throw line looking to get 15 points in the basketball game. Her team within 9, looking to make it 8. It's been the closest they've been in a while as she knocks that free throw down. The Lady Eagles led by 17 at the half, and Welch College doing a good job at getting back in this one.
Porter and Aiken coming in right there off that free throw. I think Coach Sellers is going into a little bit more of a big man situation.
Sandra McElhaney counted and one. We've seen her miss a couple of those left-handed layups there in the first half. That time she wasn't missing it. She drove hard at the basket, draws the contact, and heads to the free throw line. Misses the free throw. Lady Eagles back up by 10. We'll see if Welch has another good offensive possession. In the bag, here's a shot by Ryan now, and it goes down. Kendall Ryan, her first points of the contest.
We haven't seen that type of sharp shooting from them in the first half of the whole game, so if they can get heated up, I think we might get a little bit more of a game on our hands.
Baker to the cup, and she's got 2.
Eagles
Baker up to 7.
Eagles as well heating up right there. Very good to see both sides really getting the offense going and the Eagles getting to the basket.
Foul called on Alvarez as she was guarding a Welch College player. She has 3 fouls now. 49-40. We're going to have an inbounds play just right in front of us, Travis. It'll be Ryan who just hit that big three-pointer to inbound the basketball.
With 15 minutes still in the contest, we are seeing that foul trouble might become a little bit more of a factor as the game continues on here to get closer to the end.
Foul called. It'll be on Porter. The second foul of the game on Amber Porter. I joked with her at halftime. She's got a career high in this one with 4 points so far, looking to continue to add to that as she plays some increased minutes today with star guard Leah Phelps missing this contest. Here's a long shot by Bragg. That one off the mark, and Alvarez. She's taking my advice literally. McElhaney, the step back. That pace of play again picking up here in the third. Anderson gonna heave one. That one misses. Alvarez fed inside. Aiken kisses it off the glass. Carissa Aiken up to 3.
That's the first real down-low move we've seen from her, and I think we could exploit that a little bit more if we could get her in positions like that.
51-40 as the Lady Eagles try to again stretch their advantage. Bragg driving, kicking. Ryan from the other corner this time, and that one really long. But it goes off of either Porter or Aiken. I believe Aiken, and it'll be Welch basketball. Under 10 on the shot clock. Wall from distance. Welch College settling for a lot of threes in the last couple of possessions. McElhaney missed that one. Didn't look like she got her feet set as well as she would have liked.
Yeah, the pace of this game is also picking up a little bit, which makes it, the shooter's rhythm a little harder to find when everything is just happening a little bit faster.
Head coach Jared Sellers, after that miss right there, encouraging McElhaney. Maybe try driving one right there. It looked like she could have gotten to the hoop. We'll see if she's able to do that on the next possession. Here's Wall around Porter to the basket. Missed it. And McElhaney snags the rebound. Alvarez, head of steam, around the basket and gets the layup. Lauren Alvarez, she's got 21, and the Lady Eagles back up by the unlucky number 13. When in doubt, go to the junior Alvarez. She's been great in this contest. Foul called. Chip Bowes with the call. It'll be the 5th foul on the Lady Eagles. That'll be on Porter. It'll be her 3rd. Three fouls on Amber Porter. And that'll bring Jenna Wolford into the contest. Bragg at the free throw line. Hits one. She's been 3 for 3 from the line. Now 4 for 4 as she gets into double figures with that make. That one off the mark. Lady Eagles trying to finish off this quarter strong. Wolford goes at Ryan. Off the glass and gets it to go. Jenna Wolford been sitting with foul trouble, but got the layup as she comes back in.
Every time she's coming off the bench, the very next play, she's taking advantage of just getting the ball and being ready to go because she's coming in fresh.
Ball movement to perfection right there, and Abby Bragg knocks it down. She's got 13.
Welch is trying all they can to stay in this game, and their offensive end is helping them out. And if they can get a couple more stops on defense, it might become a little bit closer game.
Baker spinning, kicking. Alvarez out to Wolford now. They get it back inside. Alvarez gonna draw the contact and head to the free throw line.
It seems like that baseline has been really open for the Eagles, and Alvarez has really been the only one exploiting it so far. But if we can get other people like Sandy or Hope to really get down there and work their way towards the hoop, I think we'll be able to get a couple nice layups or lead to these fouls like this.
Foul on Wall right there, and that'll put Alvarez at the free throw line for 2. She gets the first to go. Alvarez misses the second, but McElhaney got the rebound. Here's Wolford looking to answer. Off the mark. That foul a moment ago on Emma Wall was her second. 56-44, 2 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter. Lady Eagles trying to get that 6th victory of the season in this game against Welch College. Macy Bowman slows it down, directs the traffic, screen set by Ryan. Another screen coming as they try to get Wall open. She rolls to the basket, but McElhaney strips it. Wolford back into McElhaney, and McElhaney gets the layup to go. I don't know how that pass got through.
Great full court play right there from Sandy, and Wolford making a great pass right there in a quick transition. I think that they're really picking up a great amount of steam when it comes to taking the ball coast to coast, really using their speed as an advantage because, as we've mentioned, the depth of Welch isn't as much as the depth of our Eagles team.
Welch had trailed by 17. They got back within 8. It's ballooned back up to 14, and that forced Katie Bryan to call a timeout. 30-second timeout on the floor. We'll stick right here for this one. Travis, the Lady Eagles have really shown an increased intensity over the last 10 to 15 minutes, and that's a big reason why they find themselves leading by 14. You also see some smiles, just having fun out there right now.
Yeah, they do, as you've seen in the whole first half, they do a really good job of ending quarters strong. They don't die out towards the end. It's almost more as if they're gaining momentum throughout the whole quarter, and so that's why we can see the leads getting built or pulled away at the end of these quarters.
58-44. Welch College to inbound the basketball from their baseline.
A little more of a three-quarter court press here, just kind of making them have to work around us to get up the court, not just letting them have it.
McElhaney spreads the arms as she guards Bragg, who just had that three-pointer. Screen coming by Wall. They switch. Brewer, third on this team in steals and causes some havoc right there. Lady Eagles basketball.
That was a good defensive sequence right there all around. Everyone off the ball did a great job of shielding, and on-ball defense was very strong right there and led to a great little pack of Eagles around the ball.
Wolford, I believe that was Brewer. Brewer got the two, her first two of the contest. She averages 10 a game. Quiet from her in this one as she's been more content to facilitate. Shot now from the corner ringing out. Carnes missing it. It's interesting to see Brewer, I mentioned facilitating a little bit more in this one. That's a role you've seen Leah Phelps kind of play this season. With her out, Brewer kind of stepping into more of that role, content to give up some points and let players like McElhaney and Alvarez score the rock.
Yeah, when your main facilitator is gone, someone has got to step into that position and take over. And I think that's exactly what she's been doing this game, giving other players a chance to score.
It's a 16-point advantage. There's under 20 seconds to go here in quarter number 3. Bowman will yank one from distance, and that one goes down. She's up to 13. Alvarez kicks it to Wolford in the corner. The answer is good. Jenna Wolford finds one, and the Lady Eagles find themselves up by 16. A block there at the end of the third quarter. A great job by the Lady Eagles. They took probably what will be one of the best punches from Welch College there in that third quarter. And again, they've stretched it back out to 16.
Yeah, Wolford has definitely done a great job every time she comes in, making a great go of all of the chances that she's got. And like we said, it got close in the middle there, but then by the end we keep building on momentum and gaining, and the Eagles got their lead back.
63-47 at the end of 3. We'll take a break. Back inside the nest, it's 63-47 at the end of 3. There's something really wrong.
Good ball movement from Welch right here, but they're going to need to shoot sooner than 5 seconds left on the shot clock if they're going to want to be able to get back into this game.
63-47 Lady Eagles basketball.
They were given a good opportunity at the end right there, but they got to get those sooner and make them if they're going to try to get back in before the end of the game.
I like that play right there by Aiken, trying to make something happen inside. Bragg, the runner, gives it to Wall. She lays it up off the glass, but that one doesn't go. Welch College needs to start to find points in a hurry. Wolford to the cup, and she draws the foul. Foul goes on Emma Wall. That'll be her third. And that'll put Jenna Wolford at the free throw line. Wolford with 10 in the contest. She shoots 78% from the free throw line. She'll have her first opportunity from the charity stripe right here. It comes with 8:58 to go in the fourth. Knocks it down. Wolford, she's had a quiet 11.
Yeah, she's done very well, and she's spread out her 11 points throughout the game. They haven't been in sequences or anything, but she's really done a great job making both of her free throws right there, hit a couple threes and a couple of drives as well, showing coach what she can do.
We mentioned Wolford, the cousin of former Eagles soccer great Jake McClellan, the all-time leading goal scorer. Wolford, just the third player in Temple Christian history on the girls' side to finish with 1,000 points in her high school career, and she's really turned into a solid player for head coach Jared Sellers as a freshman.
You couldn't ask for a much better sixth man like you were saying earlier. Welch here still using a lot of the shot clock. They got to get things going towards the basket quickly or some nice wide open shots early on.
Lady Eagles in a bit of a zone right here. Ryan, and they're not going to get it off. Great defense by the Lady Eagles.
I think it might be, like you mentioned, the zone, because we've been in man the whole game. And a quick transition into zone to start the fourth quarter could be a real shock for Welch to try to figure out.
65-47. It's an 18-point advantage for the Lady Eagles.
The zone is also going to make it much harder for Welch to get open shots off of the three-point line as well. It's for them to get big points to come back.
Brewer slithering inside, kissing it off the glass. Alyssa Brewer up to 4 with the make, and the Lady Eagles have their first 20-point lead of the contest. Shot now by Bowman, missing it. McElhaney. You've got to give so much respect to that three-point shot right there that she was able to get around her man, but then had it taken away. Here's Bragg on the other end.
That's what Welch is going to need more of to get back into this game. Quick shots, but they're going to need to start having some things fall for them if they're going to want to have a chance to break a 20-point lead.
Baker out to Brewer from the corner, knocks it down. Alyssa Brewer with 7 now. We mentioned a moment ago she averages 10. She's been quiet but got it going in a hurry. Alyssa Brewer up to 7. A timeout on the floor by head coach Katie Bryant for the Flames. It's a full timeout. We'll take a break. (70-47). It's a 23-point Lady Eagles advantage as we come back here in the fourth quarter. A quick stat check. Lauren Alvarez continues to lead all players with 22 points. She's up to 8 rebounds. Sniffing a double-double right there. Sandy McElhaney with 16. Jenna Wolford with 11. It's Wall, Bowman, and Bragg doing the scoring for the Flames. They're going to need more here late. Ryan driving. That one almost went down, but that lid that the Lady Eagles had experienced early in the game potentially affecting Welch College at the moment. Brewer hit that 3 as we went to the break. Lady Eagles trying to get into the flow right here.
Also using more of the shot clock as well, letting time go. Easy layup right there for Jenna.
Once Wolford split that, that was probably the easiest layup she'll have in her college career. There was no one down there.
That was just like a warm-up line, just dribbling and make your layup.
That's exactly what you want to try to get out of that flow, though. She passed the ball, she cut through, and she was wide open.
And they were able to use about 25 seconds of the shot clock. That would be a great possession for the rest of this whole half.
Anderson nearly had it taken away. Lady Eagles stretching this advantage, 25. And it's going to be a blocking call. Wolford tried to get in there. but she gets called for the block. That'll be the 4th foul on Jenna Wolford.
For your Eagles, number 3, Holland Geisler.
She's got 14 in the contest. The freshman playing well. Ryan inbounding the basketball. They tried to get it to Bowman, but it is stripped. Porter running the court. Alvarez gave it to her. Here's Geisler in the center, missed it. Alvarez almost got the rebound. Now we're gonna get a tie up and it's gonna stay Lady Eagles basketball. Alvarez throughout her career has become known as a double-double machine. She sits 2 rebounds away from yet another double-double this season. We mentioned a big game she had earlier this year, 20 points, 20 rebounds. She's got 22 points and just under 10 rebounds right now. Alvarez drives to the hoop, gets the layup to go. Lauren Alvarez up to 24. She's one of the best at taking her man right off the dribble and going to the basket. She finishes that one, and the Lady Eagles lead has ballooned to 27. As you see, some of the air maybe being sucked out of the Welch College bench. Brewer with the block. Ryan now raining a 3 down, and that one goes down. Kendall Ryan, her second 3, and she's up to 6.
One of the first baskets from Welch we've seen in a while, but it might be a little too late at this point.
Easy foul call right there. It's going to be on Macy Bowman, her second. Just the second foul on Welch College. Been a quiet quarter in terms of whistles here. Alvarez will exit, her team leading by 24. Baker going to exit as well as Kinsey Tyndall. It looks like Amber Porter back in. Tyndall
making her first appearance of the game.
She's always going to be one of the shorter players on the court, checking in at 5'1",
yeah.
A bit of a firecracker from what I've heard.
Just tipping 5 feet.
Tie up right there as Tyndall tried to drive. Going to be Welch College basketball as the Lady Eagles got it on the last possession arrow switch.
5 minutes left in the contest. Lady Eagles up by 24 here. We're seeing some players in that we haven't seen. This would be a good chance for the Eagles to get some more experience, get some players in that haven't been able to get much time on court in an actual game scenario.
Bragg, a 3-pointer. Misses. Porter got up high for that rebound.
Welch here still getting good looks, just not able to get them fall.
McElhaney stripped from behind. It was Bowman who got her hand in the cookie jar. Now gives it back. Got it back. Playing pinball here in the nest.
Ends up with the Welch ball.
Back outside. Bragg, another 3-pointer. Brewer got up and got it. Now puts a move on and she runs the floor. McElhaney left open from 3. No good. An easy steal there by Brewer. She's third on the team in steals and got an easy one right there.
Very fast last minute here from both teams.
Porter from distance, off the mark.
At this point, it seems pretty wrapped up as well as the outcome of the game, but there are still things both teams could be working on here. We do see a lot of new faces and young players in for the Eagles.
Tyndall, the 3-pointer. Missed it, got her own. Got the teardrop layup. Kinsey Tyndall with 2, and that's her first points as a Lady Eagle. She's played in just 2 games this season, limited minutes. She played in 2 minutes in her last game, gets her first bucket as a Lady Eagle right there, and we're getting set for a line change.
Great to see her break the ice on her career, getting a bucket on only just her 3rd game, as you said.
Carnes spinning and finishing. Maddie Carnes up to 2 points now with that layup. She'll head to the free throw line. That foul was on Brewer. It was her 3rd. And a fresh 5 for the Lady Eagles. It's Cawthon, it's Menser, it's Young, it's Coop, and Baker. Mop-up time here in the nest. The Lady Eagles lead this one by 24. This game decided a while ago. That free throw by Carnes misses.
That's another thing you have to give Coach Sellers credit for, because even when we graduated class like we did last year and the year before that, just a lot of great players that have come through leaving. He's done a great job of giving the new players chances to play, so when it's their turn to step up, it's almost like they've been there, done it before, just like Sandy or Alvarez. They're just in here acting like they've been the stars the whole time and doing a great job.
Coop, that foul was in slow motion as Hannah Coop went down. Foul call there on Bowman. It's her third. Baker with the basketball now. Lady Eagles trying to seal this victory. Baker looks to drive. The kick is to Young. She gets inside, threw it up. I think that one may have been blocked. Wall driving at Baker, and Baker going to pick up the easy foul call. Foul on Baker right there. It'll be her third. 1, 2, 3, 4. Lady Eagles with 3 fouls now. Thankfully for the Lady Eagles, it doesn't seem like it's going to matter. Against stronger opponents, though, you have to be careful not to pick up too many fouls. Cawthon battling for the rebound. Welch got it back. It's Wall. Her teardrop goes down. She's got 18. Emma Wall following up her season-high 24 with another good showing. Backdoor cut by Menser. Coop got it back. And another player gets her first career points as a Lady Eagle. Hannah Coop with 2 right there.
Those are the kind of plays that are encouraging as someone who will watch Eagles ladies for a while, seeing that type of backdoor pass and then an offensive rebound to a bucket with all these young players.
Menser running the floor. Dropped it off. Cawthon. Her little jumper missed. A track meet has broken out here in the third quarter. That shot by Savannah Scott goes down, her first points of the game.
Hope coast to coast again, just missed the layup that time. Now
Out to Baker, she'll pull the 3. Misses it, battle for the rebound. Young went down, but Bragg came away with it. Now Carnes cherry picking, gets the layup. Madison Carnes just got her first 2 a few moments ago, now has 4. She's third on this team with 11.7 points a game, but she's been quiet in this contest. Timeout by head coach Jared Sellers. 78-59, a minute 6 left to go in what will be the Lady Eagles' 6th victory of the season. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back with the inevitable conclusion of this contest. Coach Jared Sellers calling that quick timeout to get a couple of extra substitutions in. Holland Geisler came in, and Amber Porter. Porter's played a good game today. It doesn't show much on the stat line, but she's had some good, strong rebounds. She's got 4 points. Young and Porter were trying to connect right there. Here comes Bragg the other way. And that's a charge call. Hope Baker, one of her favorite plays. We talk about it often. She steps in and draws the charge. This one been over for a while, but Hope Baker's still fighting late in this game. That foul call was on Bowman, I believe. Geisler trying to get open inside. Now a collision as Porter collides with Ryan. That'll be Porter's 4th foul.
Coming in for your Eagles, number 4, Elise Cawthon, and number 15, Kristen Minson.
Head coach Jared Sellers making a lot of substitutions here late. As this game ends, make sure you stick around. We're going to get up. We're going to stand up in front of the table and talk a little bit about what you just saw in this game. It's going to be the 6th victory of the season for the Lady Eagles and a strong showing from them. And after that, we're going to have the men's game later on. Here's a jumper by Savannah Scott. She's up to 4 points, and Welch College within 17 with 14 seconds to go. Coop got inside. That layup misses. Coop had her first career points a couple moments ago, was looking for 2 more. Here's Carnes on the other end. That shot misses, and that'll do it here. The Lady Eagles victors in this one. They win 78-61. We're going to throw it up top for a moment, and we'll be back to talk about what you just saw in a few seconds. Travis, a great game by the Lady Eagles. They come away victorious in this one, 78-61, but it was a stretch in that second quarter where the Lady Eagles, they dialed up the pressure, they got it going on offense, and ultimately that was the clincher in this game.
Yeah, as we mentioned, they really do well off of momentum, off of building off of the play that they've had. And once they got a couple of those breaks going, it was just off from there. The first quarter we saw was close, and it just kept building from there for the Lady Eagles.
Travis, we talked pregame about the dynamic duo, maybe the Batman to the Robin. I haven't figured out who's which, but Lauren Alvarez and Sandy McElhaney, another stellar game for the Lady Eagles, especially Alvarez, who finishes this one, I believe, if I look down at the stat sheet, it was 23.
Yeah, Alvarez playing strong for her team and got them through those early struggles where the game was still close. And then both of them playing strong, her and Sandy, throughout the rest of the game to really just keep the team in it, keep them motivated, and really get a good win.
Obviously a great win for the Lady Eagles, Travis, but they started a bit slow, and if you're looking for things to continue to work on, it's definitely that. Maybe getting going a little bit quicker, bringing that intensity from the first whistle.
Yeah, I think this game will help with that too. After having such a long break, I think that when the end of the season here gets rolling into the regional tournament, they'll be ready to go.
Thanks for tuning in for this one. This has been an edition of the Eagles Sports Network. The Lady Eagles coming away victorious in this one. They improved to 6-1 on the season. Thanks for tuning in this afternoon, and make sure you tune in just a little while for the men's game.
It's game time.